The Israeli military has announced the dismissal of 2 officers and reprimand of 3 others regarding their involvement in an attack that resulted in the deaths of 7 aid workers. The military stated that the officers mishandled critical information and violated rules of engagement, leading to the mistaken targeting of the aid workers who were believed to be armed Hamas operatives. The victims, including individuals from various nationalities, were killed in 3 airstrikes conducted by an Israeli drone. My colleague Brian Thomas joins us on the broadcast to give us more details on this. Brian, take our viewers through the latest developments that are coming in at this point of time.
Well, Asavri, the Israeli military said that it has dismissed 2 officers and reprimanded 3 others for their roles in an attack in Gaza that killed 7 aid workers. Even the Israeli military also said that the officers had mishandled critical information and even violated the army's rule of engagement. And it also said that an internal probe was also found its forces had mistakenly believed they were targeting armed Hamas operatives, and now 7 aid workers, including an Australian, 3 Britons, a Palestinian, North American and a Pole were killed in 3 airstrikes by an Israeli drone on Monday night as they ran for their lives between these 3 vehicles, according to the very military. And speaking to the media, also Israeli military spokesperson Daniel Hagari also said that it's a serious event that they say that they are responsible for and it shouldn't have happened, as said by Daniel Hagari. And they are saying that he is saying that he will make sure that it won't happen again. And even the US-based charity World Central Kitchen also earlier, whose convoy was hit, also said that Israelis' apologies for the outrageous killing of the colleagues represent cold comfort. And the WCK also called for an independent probe into the attack. And even the CEO also, WCK CEO Aaron Gore also said that Israel needs to take concrete steps, needs to take a firm stance to assure the safety of humanitarian aid workers. Till then, their operations, rather WCK's operation, remain suspended. And even now, according to the Israeli military, also after the vehicle left a warehouse where the WCK aid had been unloaded, one of the commanders also mistakenly assumed that the gunmen were located inside the accompanying vehicle, and those were those Hamas terrorists. And even in the report also, the Israeli military said that the strike on the 8 vehicles was a grave mistake stemming from a serious failure due to mistaken identification, errors in decision making, and an attack contrary to the standard operating procedures. And even the Israeli military also said that the officers who were dismissed, including a fire support commander holding the rank of major and brigade chief of staff holding the rank of colonel in reserve, the military formally reprimanded the commander of the brigade involved and the division commander as well. And the chief of the General Staff, Herzi Halevi, also reprimanded the commander of the Southern Command for his overall responsibility for this very incident. Meanwhile, yes, Israel's National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir has said that military leadership was abandoning its soldiers, and even in a post on X also, Ben-Gvir also stated that the Chief of Staff's decision to dismiss senior officer is an abandonment of the fighters in the middle of a war and a serious mistake that conveys weakness. And he also adds that even if there are mistakes in identification, soldiers are backed up in war. Yes, Asavri.
All right, Brian, with that, I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast, sharing all those details with our viewers. Meanwhile, joining us in fact, on the broadcast is Colonel J.S. Sodhi. Sir, Israel has dismissed 2 officers over deadly drone strikes on aid workers in Gaza. Do you think this is going to help douse the number of overall attacks that are taking place?
Well, Asavri, the Israeli Defense Forces have been practicing in the true traditions of the military honors and traditions that exist the world over, and also the professional armies, by dismissing 2 officers for this attack on the World Central Kitchen in which 7 people died. However, it is a step of too little too late, with over 32,000 Palestinians killed and 1,400 Israelis killed since 7th October last year, and this war enters its 6th month tomorrow. Well, too much revenge has been taken by Israel, and the Americans, especially the US President Joe Biden, has been time and again stressing upon Israel to end this war at the earliest, as a prolonged war which create immense complications for Israel. Benjamin Netanyahu has not paid any heed to Joe Biden's views, and that is the reason this war is entering the 6th month tomorrow. I think if war prolongs more, it will create more problems not only for Israel but for its defense forces too, which is till now ranked as the best professional defense forces in the world. I think it is high time that the Israelis should end this war. There is no limit to revenge, as it is enough of bloodbath and mayhem has happened in both Israel and Palestine. And the only way is to end this conflict is a two-nation solution.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.